Hello everyone and welcome back in another video. In today's video I am going to explain the errors, the different types of errors in Excel 2019. So while we're working with the Excel, of course, especially when we're working with formulas and functions, you will find many types or many kinds of errors, or we can say it is called error codes in Excel. So in order to solve this problem, in order to find a solution for those errors, you need of course to explain those errors, to know what those errors or why these types of errors happen, right? So in this video I'm going to explain or discuss with you 8 types of errors and why those errors happened, and how to find a solution for those errors or how to fix these kinds of problems. So the first kind of error, the first type of error is like a hash error, or this type of error. So it's very common, and also it is easy to understand, easy to know what the reason behind this error. This error is not related with the formulas or function, but just this error happened because there is no space, no enough space in the cell, or the width of the cell is not enough to show all the numbers, for example. So here, for example, if I have something like this number, a big number here. So if you just try to resize the cell, like reduce the width of the cell here, you will find this type of error, this kind of error. So here, in order to solve this problem, in order to fix this error, it's very easy. Just we need to resize the cell from here. So now just resize the cell and you will find the number here. So this is the first type of error. So the first type of error simply or basically is just because there is no enough space in the cell. You need just only to resize the cell, and is not connected, not related with the formulas or function. A second type of error is called name error. If the name error is related with the formulas or function here, especially here it is connected or related with the functions, because as you have already knew, the function, we need the name of the function. So if you made a mistake with the name of the function, you will find this type of error. For example, here instead of I wrote sum, I just wrote su. So it's a problem. So you will find the name here, name error. So now here, for example, I need to find the average of those numbers. So just equal and average. So I write the average here. I wrote the average here by mistake. It's not correct, right? So here I try to make average to find the average. I will find the name error. So this is the errors about the name error. If you just select here, click here, you will find the invalid name error. The name of the error is called invalid name error. So because I write invalid or incorrect name of the function. Here you can find the help of this error, show calculation for this error, how this error happened, and you can find some information. You can ignore this error or edit this error or check this error. I will explain that later. But now here, just because the wrong name here, if you just write the correct name, this error will disappear, right? So here just I make a mistake, I will find this error. The third type of error, it's called value error. So this error, whenever the variable mentioned in the formula is wrong. So for example, we have a problem with the value here. I mean what? For example, instead of 50 here, I have Usama. I have a text. What is the problem here? So here if I try to make a formula, write a formula to make addition, this one plus this one plus this one, for example. So now here, page 9, reference to what? To Usama, to the cell contains Usama, which is text. So I cannot make addition between numbers and text, of course. It is not correct. So here you will find the value error, because we have a text with the numbers. Another type of error we have here is division error. So division error, I think it is easy and simple. So you can, from its name, division and zero, div and zero. So here in the mathematics, of course, you cannot make a division between number and zero or number and empty cell. So if you do that, this error, for example here, I will try equal this number divided by 0. By mistake, so I will find this error. Or maybe equal this cell divided by this cell, for example. which is empty, right? So if I just do that, divided by 0 error. So if you find this error, if you see that this kind of error, you should know that you make a mistake, that the cell you make a division between the number and the empty cell or the 0. Here we have a fifth type of error is called null error. What I mean by null error? Null error is one of the most common types of error when you forget to separate a two cell references correctly. What I mean by that? What I mean by cell reference firstly. For example, here I'll just write a formula. So this cell plus this cell plus this one, right? So H8 now reference to the cell, right? Edge 10 reference to the cell and edge 11 reference to the cell, and you can find or you can see we have a different colors, right? Edge 8 reference to this one, this is in the blue, edge 10 is in the red, right? And edge 11 another color, right? So here it's called reference, this reference to this. If I not separate the reference correctly without comments, maybe I forget to add the comments here between to separate references. This reference edge 10 and this reference edge 11. I should separate these references by comments. I mean by comments like plus or maybe minus or divided by or like multiply, I think. But if you forget to do that, you will see the null error. Here you will find or you will see the null error because I have to add a comment here. And we have another type of error is called number 6 is the reference error. Reference error is when your formula contains some incorrect cell references. I mean what? So for example, here for example I have this reference, select this one plus this one plus this one, right? So now edge 8 reference to 30 or to this cell, edge 10 to this and edge 11 to this, right? Now there's no problem. But if I try to delete this one, while here edge 10 is reference to the cell, but if I delete this cell, now it will reference or related with nothing, right? So now just delete this cell. Okay, now you'll find the reference error, and you can see here it is reference to edge 8, but here edge 10, but here is nothing because I have deleted this this cell, so it's reference to nothing or connected with nothing. Now this is the reference error. And the last type of error is we have NA error or like a not exist error. So this kind of error always happening with the VLOOKUP when you try to write to look up value, but this value doesn't exist in the table. I mean what? For example, here I have this table, and when I write a name, for example C, I'm looking for C, and I need to find the mark. So here equal VLOOKUP. Now the lookup value, the first one, should be this one, right? Because some of you just sometimes, some students just sometimes select this one. It is a problem because VLOOKUP used for what? Used to look up value in the table. So I need to find the value in the table. I don't need to go here and select this value. I need to write anything here. Whenever I write anything, any name here, I will find the mark for the name related with the name. Or so here the lookup value should be this one. Of course, I need to write anything here. When I write anything here, I find the mark, right? Then table array. Which array? Which table? Of course, this table. After comma, I have table array because here lookup value should be this value, the name. Table array after comma and table array. I should select all the table. Why? Because the name here, or the lookup value, which is the name here in our case, should be at the first column in the table. So the name already in the first column in the table, so I should select the all table. Then column. We have comma, and then we have column index, call index number. So I need to find what? The mark. The mark in which index number? I have only two column index number. So here 1 and 2. So it will be 2 because I need the mark 1, 2, right? Name 1 and mark 2. And then I need here exact value. For approximate value, you can add 1 or true. For exact value, we need to add a false. Exact value means the value should be exist in the table here. So I need exact value, and okay. Now I find C. For the C I have 87. For the, if I write D for example, sorry, if I write D for example, this one I write it here, I will find the 20, the mark for D. If I write A for example, I will find the mark for A. But what if I write E, which does not exist here, which doesn't exist in the table? If I write this, I will find this kind of error in A, because this value, the corresponding value for the mark, the corresponding mark for the name does not exist, because there is no name here. E not here. So now in order to fix this problem, you can just add 1 here, so approximate value, because the value not exist here. So just find approximately, just to predict a value, just to give you approximate value. So here, okay, just give you 20, just approximately, because E not exist here. So this are different types of error, like this one. So now if you find any types of those errors, if you see anything, you should already know what's the problem and how you will fix this problem. And also you have something here in the formula, you have error checking. So now if I select this one here, this error, and go to error checking in the formula tab here, and error checking, I just press error checking. So first thing you can see the help on the error. So I just click here. If your computer connected with the internet, you will find the support or like help for this error to solve this problem. So now you can see how to correct a NA error. Top solution for that, some solution, you can find some solution and many information about this error. And here you can show calculation steps. So I find the calculation for this error and I can change it. You can go here and ignore error, or you can edit the error in the formula bar. So now I can just edit the error and add 1 to solve this error, for example. Resume here. Next, to go to the next error, now just give me to the next error, which is division, and also you can find the help and so on. Here also you can see, for example, I need to trace this error to find from where this error, or this error connected with which reference, or which cells here. So now trace, select the error and go trace. Now I find this error connected or related with this cell and this column name here. And for example, this error, if you just select that, go to trace error, I will find this connected with this one. This error, for example, it's related with one, just select that, sorry, trace error, and I find this error connected with those. So you can do that. You can just remove the arrows from here if you want. So I hope it is clear. I hope you understand that, and thank you very much.